Hello, Kirby World, and welcome back to the World Hall of Fame here in Cleveland, Ohio. Randy McCreary with his great pal,
Mark Hilo.
And we're about to talk a little bit more about Sell-A-Kirby Day, but before we do, we'd like to talk about what's behind us and what's going to be happening. I know, Mark, you'd like to go a little walk down the top 50 right here and explain to people what that really means to people and why Sell-A-Kirby Day helps people get where they are.
I do. Thank you, Randy. Hey, we want to tell you this is really the most important room in the entire factory here at 1920 West 114th Street, Cleveland, Ohio. This is the Hall of Fame room. And every quarter, the top 50 are prominently displayed. And I got to tell you, we couldn't ask for a better time to tie in being a top distributor, because the top distributors are always ready for every push month. They bring an army of people to sales rallies. They are ready for Sell-A-Kirby Day because they're recruiting every week, and they already have their prize tables ready. And literally, let's just take a quick look here. You've got the top people in the world, okay, from number 1 all the way up to number 25 on this first row.
On the top row, yep.
From number 26 in the world all the way down to number 50 in the world on the second row. And we know the common thread to all these people, they have a full-time recruiter, number 1. Number 2, they're running some kick-ass morning meetings. Number 3, they're getting ready to put up a contest to motivate their dealers to show up early and work late on this Saturday, the 8th of November. And right now, they're kicking off more and bigger contests for Kirby Life, because this is the last week to get people in and get them excited. The push month of November is here. Are you ready? And I just have to say, it's a pleasure to see these people every day when we come in here and do our work. But with that said, Randy, what else you got?
You made a comment, though, that I think is so important. What differentiates them from the top 50 and everybody else is that they have a full-time recruiter.
Yeah,
and they're also promoting Kirby Life, you know, because of these top 50 distributors here, I think we counted 19 of them have come from Kirby Life.
Yes, sir.
All right, and we know that our strongest, some of our strongest promotees and strongest distributors and strongest field management, you were Kirby Life, Dan Blaylock, president of Kirby, is Kirby Life. John Solomon of International is at Kirby Life. You know, that's just something that has to be talked about all the time. And that's why we have more things that we're going to be tuning in about, all right, as we talk more about pro clubs and 100% clubs and Sell-A-Kirby Days, because that's what motivates dealers to come into Kirby. Those are the big things that get, I think, I used to call them the golden handcuffs that got guys that come into Kirby. So continue to talk about Kirby Life, especially this being Monday. All recruiters should be putting a big class together, and everybody in your class could become a recruiter if you pitch Kirby Life in the orientation. And that just helps organizations grow, because you mentioned these guys are just prepping for a big month and at the end of the year by getting a lot of dealers selling a lot of Kirbys.
Yeah, and then when the year ends, this will be for the year, not for a quarter, but for the year of 2025. So you're figuring out right now, the beginning of the 11th month, this push month, the amount of dealers you get, the amount of dealers you retain, the amount of people you promote is what it's all about right now, this weekend. Demo count. And with that said, hey, Randy, we're holding a couple of footballs. Do you think everybody should tune in on Wednesday?
November 5th. There's going to be more information about what these are and what they mean, but you got to tune in on Wednesday, November 5th.
I like that. Thanks for tuning in today. We are positive.
And
we are
out.